Member for Stuart. It's wrong now.
I would like to talk about my recent trip to the northern section of my electorate, which I covered in just under 6 days and just travelled just under 3,000 kilometres during that period of time to actually have a first-hand experience of, not the first time, but for the third or fourth time since I've been the member for Stuart. During the trip, I had the great pleasure to inspect the new airstrip at Parachilna, which would be a great asset to not only the community but also the tourism opportunities there. For those who have not visited the Prairie Hotel at Parachilna, I say ensure that you do, because during your visit up that way there is an exciting eating experience, and it's something that everybody should enjoy sometime in their life. Also, I had the opportunity to have a listening post at Beltana, where I had an inspection of the historic Beltana Hotel, which is being renovated and will be open to the general public in a very short period of time. Again, this township has a very rich history, but however, being off the main highway, it is a bit of a challenge, but I encourage people and recommend anybody to visit that area there to get some of the history of that township. I also had the opportunity to visit the township of Farina, which is, no one is there, but it's a township still, where I discussed the great restoration being carried out by the Farina Restoration Group, who are all volunteers, including the restoration of an original GM locomotive which was used in the early days of the Garn Railway. Had also a listing post at Maree where several people attended, and during that time at Maree had the great pleasure and the opportunity to inspect the new barge facility being carried out of the Cooper Creek crossing to allow traffic to cross whilst the vehicular section is impassable due to the flooding there. The opportunity there is see that firsthand. The way that they're building the facility there is going to last many years. It'll certainly see all of us out in this chamber here. It'll last for 50 to 100 years. And also the number of tourists visiting the township is extraordinary, with the hotel there serving nearly 200 meals per night, and they've got to do it in 3 different sections and 3 different shifts. This community is ideal for those wanting to visit the Lake Eyre, which has basically been filled again due to the rains in Queensland. This is a sight to behold, and I encourage people to go up there, but it's not only to enjoy the opportunity there, but to actually see some of the history, the cameleers and such forth up in Maree. From there, I visited and travelled to William Creek, where again I had a listing post where lots of locals attending, and during this period of time had the opportunity to inspect the recently established Royal Flying Doctor Medical Clinic, which is about $2 million, which was opened probably about 12 months ago, which is utilised by those in need of receiving medical treatment or advice. This is a section there where you go in there, you hit enter button there, you connect it straight away to the Royal Flying Doctor base in Port Augusta, and you're connected straight away to a medical professional there. Also inspected the existing airstrip, which is not only used by the tourist operator Trevor Wright, but it's also by the RFDS and also other tourism opportunities. Very interesting to mention that Trevor and the group there have been very successful in obtaining a grant, a federal and state government grant, to my information up to about $4 million to upgrade the airstrip, but also to seal the ground where the patients needing to be transported to the aircraft have to go over unsealed ground at this stage, and that'll be all sealed. William Creek is a location in the middle of nowhere, but again the hotel there is serving in excess of 150 meals per night, and currently Trevor has approximately 15 pilots at the site. During the visits to these locations, speaking to the local community, it has been mentioned that the current contractor, which was engaged by the previous government, is responsible for all the maintenance of those unsealed roads in that area there, have reduced their maintenance gangs from 5 to 2, which is causing great concerns for the ever deteriorating these roads up there. Travelling on these roads here is very difficult to travel, but whilst I was travelling the William Creek Road from William Creek to Cooper Pedy, the road was so bad that I was travelling at 15 kilometres per hour and utilising it very, very slow. There is so much. During the opportunity, I also had an opportunity to go to Cooper Pedy and talk to the general public there. It's the 3rd visit I've had there, even though it's not in my area at the moment, but certainly got an update from the community and the business there about the issues going forward from Cooper Pedy. There is so much tourism opportunities and traffic in this northern section of my electorate that I really encourage people to have a look at it up there. It is absolutely an eye-opener, and the community up there are very, very appreciative of the amount of support the government's doing, specifically with the Cooper Creek. The opportunity there has been very, very frustrating, but I do thank the Minister Burke and the other place for going up there personally to Mungarani Hotel and talking personally to all the pastoralists there and getting the opportunity now to what we're going to have in the next 2 months.